Yeah, so what glasses do to you, is, first of all, is that we become used to them. We think we're seeing beautifully, but of course you're not seeing the periphery. If you look to the left or to the right, it's all blurry. Oh, don't want to look there. Must continue to look in a little channel, right? Which is complete opposite to the way the eyes work. And what happens when the eyes are just normal, it is the rods of the retina, which are for stimulating the periphery and dim light, stimulate the cones of the retina for color and clarity. If the rods are not working properly and you don't want to look from side to side because it's all blurry there, then the eye condition becomes often worse because you've no longer got the interaction or the balance between the rods and the cones of the retina. And then the cones of the retina become like slaves. Got to look at this, got to look at the computer screen, and then the rods are like couch potatoes, not doing anything. So the imbalance becomes worse and worse, or can do. And then, of course, you go to your eye optician once or twice, once every 2 years or so, and oh goodness, it's got a little bit worse. And then often what happens is that the prescription tests worse because you're nervous, because you think, oh my goodness, what's going to happen this time? So the vision is worse, and so the eye prescription is stronger than you need. And then often what the optician will say is that, oh, you will get used to them. And for the eyes, it's not about getting used to the glasses. The glasses should be fixed, in a favorable way to the eyes. Right? And of course, with bifocals, then you've got the part of the lens that's just seeing into the distance. The lower part of the lens is seeing for reading, and of course, therefore, there's a strain in every direction, in wherever you are looking. So this stiffens the neck, so then the blood supply is not getting to the neck properly. It stiffens the shoulders, jutting of the jaw. All this impacts on the vision. And of course, I notice this hugely because when I'm seeing people with glasses when they're reading, they're just not moving their necks or their head. It's just absolutely rigid. And of course, the glasses themselves are helping you to see everything the same clarity. The eye sees best the size of a little pinpoint. This is anatomically the size of your fovea centralis of your eye, which is the seeing part of your eye, the acute part of seeing in the eye. It's just a tiny little area. So the mind has to get used to seeing through glasses, which is complete anomaly to where the vision, the way that nature is intended for the vision.
Yeah. And I'm guessing you would probably suggest that contact lenses are even worse?
Well, the contact lenses allow the eyeball to move around, so that's good. But you're wearing them all the time. Or you can't keep taking them out, or you'll lose them or whatever. No, so if people are wearing contact lenses, the first thing I do is to get them into glasses. And if they really want to be socially conscious, not wear the glasses, then, obviously if they're going out every so often, they can have the contact lenses then. But otherwise, no. And of course, as you get older, the eyeball can get drier, and then you can get all sorts of ulceration and infections with the contacts.
Yeah.
Because it dries out the eye. And then if you've got the monthlies and you're not taking them out at all, even dailies are better, but I can't try and get people to go into the glasses because then they want to get out of the glasses quicker. Because the contacts are hiding how things really are.
Yeah, yeah, a bit like, if one of my clients came to me with back pain and they were taking painkillers,
exactly.
It's the same thing. And what about...
But again, you have to be really, everybody's so different and they've all got to earn their livings and everything. So, we have to go with the patient's needs.
Yeah.
And in Bates' day, of course, you didn't have all these mental pressures. You had more physical pressures. Like, often they got infections because they didn't have proper sanitation.
Yeah.
This is in the 1900s, 1920s. It was a completely different way of being. And, people have to earn their living. So we have to work with all of that.
Yeah. And what about laser surgery?
Laser surgery, well, now the cataract surgery tends to be the most successful of surgeries. And I usually say, if it's possible, that, they delay any surgery you know, and still doing the Bates work, hopefully. But if suddenly they find that it's affecting their life, their quality of life, or that it's a danger to their life, they have to have surgery. And so I've had clients, you know, I just had one now, who has been doing the Bates work for about 4 or 5 years, and she has, you know, had glaucoma. She had the operation for the glaucoma. She has cataracts. Then suddenly the cataracts were getting worse, and suddenly, you know, she fell off her bike. And this was last year, and she felt her life was closing in. And I said, look, if it's getting a danger, you now have to look at the operations. I think you have to. And so she's just had one operation, and it's helped enormously. And often at this time of age, she's in her late 70s, you know, hopefully she'll be able to see for as long as possible. The root cause wasn't addressed.
Yeah.
Right? Because, you know, didn't really want to look at that. And you can't force people.
Mm.
You can only go as far as that person is willing.
Yeah. So,
you know, so really, you know, when people have short sight laser surgery, say no. I've got so many people who come to me as a last resort where suddenly they've got another eye condition. Because often within a few years, they have to wear glasses for something else. It doesn't last, and you can't keep having operations.
Mm.
I remember with my mentor, he was fed up with having short sight, he had laser surgery, and when I saw him a few years later, of course he's wearing glasses again. But again, it's a quick fix.
Yeah.
But you can't keep having it done.
Yeah.
Right, and it only lasts for a little while.
Mm.
And what I did notice when I was helping Auntie with the ophthalmic surgeon, and I wouldn't be surprised if this is still the case, he said he would never have surgery. Because they know that, you know, it's not